Yo, what's up,
What's up,
everybody?
guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
It's gonna be a good episode, everybody. Got a
Yeah,
lot to talk about. Got a lot to talk about today, fellas and
it
fellers.
yeah, it's gonna be an episode, that's for sure. I gotta before I get started on what we going on, I know we got 10 minutes. But it's funny, and I'm sure everybody experiences this. You got people on your friends list on social media who never compliment. I mean, they don't say anything. You can have years of achievements, of accomplishments, post anything. Don't say nothing. Then one day you say something, right? And they decide that the one introduction they want to make with you, since they've joined your friend request and your page, is to argue with you. And I'm not upset with people like for expressing a different opinion from mine because hell, that we were all meant to be the same thing. There'd only be one of us. We'd be legion, right? You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm talking about with legion, where all those people that think the same, talk, you know what I'm saying? It would be
Mhm.
legion. But what I do have a problem with is the first time you say something to me, you want to argue with me and then block me. Bitch, I don't even remember your name. I got to go back to the post to even like, who the fuck were you again? You know what I'm saying? And then if you want me to respect your opinion, why don't you participate in more discussion? It's like you just secretly just been a hater that was waiting for an opportunity to try to just have your way. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me is, if you don't know right now, is I'm a I'm passionate, bro. For one, I'm a Scorpio. I step behind anything I'm talking about. Anything, anything I'm talking about, I'm bringing passion for. You know what I'm saying? And two, I ain't just going. You gonna have to like I'm open minded. If you can explain something and it makes logical sense, right? Even if I don't agree with it, I'm willing to say, you know what, hey man, maybe you're right. But without the logic part, if you just spitting stupid shit, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're spitting stupid shit, I'm the kind of person that's gonna say, bro, that's some stupid shit.
He ain't lying, y'all. He
You know what
ain't
I'm
lying.
saying? I'm gonna tell you, like, bro, that's the dumbest shit I've heard all day. Like, I'm sorry, like, but where I was raised, honesty facilitated growth. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, like,
Facts.
like
Facts.
you sometimes a person need to hear that shit was stupid. You supposed to feel like, well, damn, maybe I need to think about what I say before I say it. Like that's what that's supposed to do. That's what hearing that does. It conditions a person to think twice. But in today's society, we're all so fucking confused. You can't even be honest. That shit's gonna become an offense. For one, if you don't deliver the message in a way that the person is expecting you, a person who you've never lived in their skin, right? But if you don't deliver a message in a way that they're expecting you to deliver it, they'll just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? They'll just ignore it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want the fucking message. Right? It's not valid. So you have people who will literally refuse to listen to reason because they just don't like the way you said it.
Hey,
Right?
you gotta stay away from people like that. Gotta
Well,
stay away
well,
from people like
well
that.
these are people who refuse to grow. Because one thing I want you to understand is, if that's your hang up, bitch, you ain't gonna never get where you're going. The rooms that stuff is happening in, like we talking about, like where big decisions are being made. These people speak directly because they don't have time to navigate the bullshit. That takes too much time. And you got to understand when it's business and and that is just business. Like it's not like a person didn't. I mean, maybe if you did, you know what I'm saying. A person don't set out to intentionally, like, brashly, like just like when I say something, I'm going fucking, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be offensive. Well, I mean, I don't know, because then you got Trump. Birds of a feather flock together. Um, so it's just I have to, in order to have understanding, you have to be open minded. You have to be willing to look at the situation from all angles. You have to be willing to try to understand what the other person is saying. Well, hold on, wait a minute, because that's the big one that we seem to have lost, and what's required and what's called communication. Because a lot of times people be talking at each other, but ain't nobody really listening, so there's no communication taking place, even though they talking at each other, right? So in order to for there to be understanding, the other person has to have a desire to understand. Now, those of us who refuse to I would say it happens a lot in men where you be talking to somebody and then you hit this moment where you realize this shit pointless, right? And in that moment, they 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 stop. You know what I'm saying? Like they in that moment, all the trying to try to get you to understand, they stop because they realize, I want to give you this information, but you also have to be willing to receive this information in order for this transmission to occur. And some people be arguing just from the point of, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. Well, if you already believe you're right, why are you arguing? Like, you need me to think you're right too? Ain't that a bit needy for somebody who's supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? You have to make me conform. You have to make me, like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, like, go with your mood. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because what I'm about to bring up, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like. And honestly, I'm gonna be with you. I don't give a shit if you don't like it. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I don't. But I'm man enough to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to say that, and I'm willing to tell you that off rip. You know what I mean? This is for anybody listening. Yo, what's going on in LA? What's going on around this nation? And less than 150 days is fucking disgusting, bro. It's fucking disgusting. And honestly, I thought I would take today to remind people what the word fucking empathy means, because it seems to be lost amongst people. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody. Just cold, heartless, dumbass motherfuckers, right? Because the thing about empathy is it just means that it's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. That's all it is. Everybody can do this, right? But some of the shit that I see online is just so insensitive. Even for us, this is the No Offense Network. I don't know if you know my network, but y'all should go back and just watch some of the shit that we say here. Okay? Even for us, it's out of fucking line. You know what? I feel like us as a world, because I don't even understand what the fuck I'm looking at anymore, especially just this country, right? We had this bar, we had this standard, we had this standard of life that wasn't that actually it wasn't that long ago. We marched harder for rights. You understand? We marched longer for rights. We had this standard that's just been decimated. And people see this shit every day. Every day, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, especially with these fucking ICE raids. I'm gonna say something. If you're a Latino and you work for ICE, I don't even understand how you look at yourself in the fucking mirror. And I know that ICE isn't just going for Latinos, but I would say they're definitely making a point to show you that they are. And regardless of how you feel about that shit in California and LA, matter of fact, the city is called Los Angeles, okay? And I need you to go do your history and find out how the United States acquired California, okay? I don't condone rioting. People work hard. A lot, especially as a black man, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of us don't even have fucking generational wealth. Not because our family couldn't, not because our family didn't want to, but because every time we got up, y'all burned it. I'm gonna leave it alone because this shit is history. I know y'all want to delete it, but go look it up. Okay. So, from a person who does not have generational wealth, who is trying to build generational wealth, I know what it's like to struggle for some shit. So, for a riot to come through and destroy everything that a person has worked for, that shit, I don't give a fuck what side you're on. That shit is unacceptable. Okay? There are ways to deliver a message But you got to also leave the floor open for the other party to receive the message. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say that I don't understand the sentiment of those writing. Okay? Because like I said, when I started off, I'm a Scorpio. I'm passionate. Bitch, I'll bring the whole town down behind what I believe in. Right? But those people were fucking gaslit. And I'm going to say it. Donald Trump had no right or regard or reason to bring in the National Guard. Overriding even the governor. That was a blatant overstep of power, and he gaslit them people. That man wants war. And if you can't see it right now, it's because you just don't fucking want to. They was trying it a couple months ago with the blacks. Y'all forgot. Remember, they was gonna release Derek Chauvin. Y'all forgot that? This man wants war. He don't give a fuck who gonna give it to him. He gonna keep picking and poking. And what he's doing is dividing and conquering. And the only reason that you can't see that, if you don't see that, is because you are being weaponized. It's easy to walk past somebody else's situation because it doesn't require any effort on your part. But what people seem to forget when they look at another human being is, bitch, they bleed like you bleed. And what's going on with them could easily be you tomorrow. Oh, I know some of y'all are like, oh, no, it won't. Like, yeah, it can. As long as you're born of a woman, you should surely die. That's what the Bible says. And that last time I checked, ain't no immortals here. So some of y'all were born into situations where you're privileged, where you don't have to deal with certain situations. You don't have to, or you think you won't have to deal with certain situations. I'm gonna ask you something. When they're doing these raids and shit, y'all do know where they're going, right? They're going to these people's places of employment. I thought y'all was locking up criminals and shit. Y'all going to people's jobs, schools, picking up people. It's kids don't know if their fucking parents is gonna be home when they get home. These unhuman motherfuckers went to elementary school graduations. We talking about kids in 5th grade or below. When they go home, their parents are not there. They don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's completely unacceptable. That's like it's.
How can you even be somebody who follows an order like that? Because you don't think it'll be you. Let me ask you something. They're going to these jobs and locking up these people. Who gonna do them jobs? You think you think Donald Trump gonna get his fat cheddar bob fuck ass looking motherfucking ass gonna get in there and do them jobs at Home Depot? And he don't expect his friends to do that shit either. He want them going so he can put your fuck ass there working for them wages. But you can't even see it because you think it won't happen to you. It's disgusting to see motherfucking black people on fucking online talking about that ain't my fight. Why? Because we got it so much fucking better? What happened to us after the 1960s, man? What happened to us before the crack epidemic? This whole motherfucking population was on the rise up. And since then, we ain't even been able to get where we going. And so, you know what I really fucking hate about us is we get upset when we see somebody else winning and we want them to struggle. Like, where does that mentality even kick in? How broken are you? A human being with a heart loves to see anybody else win. It should be inspiring, uplifting. Y'all want to see other people suffer. Who the fuck are you?
Some sad people.
Do you understand if 70 years ago, if there were people who felt like y'all, we be ones getting treated like them? Y'all forgot they let them hoses out on us too, dogs and all. But see, y'all, see, the issue is Some of y'all ain't never felt no teeth. Y'all ain't never felt a dog bite. Y'all ain't never felt water hoses or pressure. You've never had the skin tore off your bones from water. You've never been drugged through a street. You've never been kidnapped for no reason. You've never been accosted. And some of y'all, I'm gonna kick it real with you. This is not to everybody. I'm just talking about some people in general, and then I'm not generalizing the whole race, but some of y'all got complexion for the protection.
That's a
This
bar.
shit is disgusting. And I'm gonna continue to say that because some of y'all are so okay with the new normal. Oh, I see people say disgusting shit on my page. I delete them. I mentally record them because, motherfucker, if I ever run across you, I don't even want to talk to you. Your mentality is just already. You're a piss poor person. Bro, empathy is a basic human trait. It's part of it. The difference between what makes us human and what makes a machine is that we feel, or we're supposed to. Y'all, this shit is disgusting. And I'm going to continue to say that because I have a daughter. And I actually think about what's the world going to be that we leave them. Because, bitch, don't ever get it twisted. You are going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all are willing to just sit back and just watch this shit unfold and just break down and just because you were privileged to live in a time that benefited from others' bloodshed, from others who saw this shit and realized, yo, this ain't it. This is not how I want my future seeds to grow up. I want them to have better opportunity. And guess what? Because they wanted you to have so much opportunity, you didn't have to experience the struggle. So to hear insensitive shit like, oh, I want to see. I saw a fucking video talking about. Next video I see about the LA riots, it better be the coast, it better be the National Guard whooping ass because they let up dogs and shit like. So, bro, because they mistreated us so bad that we marched, fought, bled, sacrificed. You want to see these people go through that shit too? That means you're not fit to lead, bro. That means you're scum, and everybody ain't gonna be a leader. Sometimes shit. If you look at a beehive, they got a bunch of bees in there don't do shit but just make their own. You know what I'm saying? They like it. But bro, it just goes to show how much of a piss poor fucking person you are. Just be honest, because you think that because it's not happening to you, it's not your problem. I really, and I've said this shit before. I need y'all to go look up. There's a poem called "The Hangman." It talks about this guy that comes into town. Everybody sees him in the town. He comes up, he sets up his platform, and he gets ready to hang people. First day, he hangs all the Jews. Nobody says anything because it's not them. Second day, he hangs all the Christians. Nobody says anything. It's not them. Next day, he hangs the Buddhists, and so on and so on. So there's one person left. And when that one person looks around and says, hey, this is wrong, who's going to stop it? You realize that, bruh, we were stronger in numbers. You should have been said something. Mm-hmm. Now step your ass up to the platform and put your fucking neck in the noose. This shit is sad. And for those of y'all who know this country, know the history of this country, know the history of these presidents that we done had recently, heard some of the rhetoric that he says all the time. I'm utterly fucking shocked. Yo, listen, I used to be on the same platform saying, y'all, hey, I ain't going to vote because it's a waste of time. I'm not gonna waste time. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. This is the first time you ever heard me say this shit. If you aren't registered to vote, you better go fucking get registered to vote. Because the way that this motherfucker is acting, he's going to try to make sure there's never another election. This motherfucker wants to be a dictator. He wants to be a king. And what's going on Saturday, he could say that it's because he's honoring the armed force, but this is a birthday for him. This is his birthday. He's throwing a fucking parade on his birthday. You know what other countries do that? Dictators. They have the military come out and do an exercise on their birthday.
Oh, he's doing a parade on his birthday.
Yeah, and if I was anybody who can hear my voice, I would encourage you not to go. We got to stop participating in this fuck shit. Everybody watches this shit. Everybody's watching and wondering what's next. Everybody's watching. It's like this shit right here with Trump ain't no different than Diddy. Motherfuckers see what's going on, and don't nobody say shit for 40 years. Cowards, all of them. And that's what we're coming as a nation. Cowards. Y'all see this shit? Yo, Trump blatantly violates the Constitution. They want to give him due process. Yo, I'm man. I'm shocked. I'm sad. I don't condone rioting, and I'm gonna say that shit a million because it's pointless. It's pointless. I'm gonna break down something for rioting for you. A lot of the times, right? Rioting is done in your community. So that's your shit. That's y'all that gotta walk past that shit. That's y'all that has just devalued your neighborhood. That's y'all now that don't have resources. Y'all not hurting nobody but yourself. And the message is lost. Because you think people are tuning in to hear your message? They tuning in to watch you get your ass beat. Because we're hungry for that. If you wanna spread a message, do it where people are gonna listen. They want to kill your message. They want to. So the reason why they go out and do all that shit and cause the riots and shit like that is because they want the message lost. They want to be able to say, look, when they can't organize. When they get organized, it's just chaos, and that's why we do what we have to do. The point of peaceful protesting, for one, it's part of your right. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, Trump's already trying to remove that. So one of the great rights in this country is the First Amendment. The freedom of speech. While you might not like what I'm saying, I still have the right to fucking say it here in this country.
True.
Trump wants people to be prosecuted and persecuted in prison for saying something against him. And then you might think that shit's cool until they do something that you utterly disagree with. Then who you gonna tell? This nigga went in and fired everybody who could stop him from doing the shit that he's doing before he did it. That's what we call premeditation. That's what we call execution. That's what we call having a plan. He knows what he's doing and he's executing. It's called divide and conquer. They want us to hate each other. I don't understand how you could hate somebody who ain't never done shit to you.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
I'm just being honest.
That's facts.
I really don't understand. That has got to be some kind of fucking, disorder. You don't even have a reason. Even if you were going to have or even if you were going to say, I don't like these people because they did. It's just specifically those fucking people. No one person talks for a race. They're executing. And a lot of y'all are playing right into it. It's not my problem. It's not our fight. They don't what's the other one I saw? They don't never stand up for us when we doing whatever. So listen, if nobody ever takes the first step, how we gonna dance? Okay. And yeah, there are dicks in every race.
Facts.
Just being honest with you.
Facts.
There are people that in every race that even we don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
So to blatantly say that you don't like a people, unless every person that you have met of that race has done something to you, it's stupid, it's ignorant. And they're weaponizing it. You don't have a reason to hate these people. Some of y'all say stupid shit like, oh yeah, they're taking our jobs. I gotta ask you again, who the fuck going down to Home Depot and go work there? Some of you motherfuckers ain't got no jobs because you just lazy. The job was there, you just don't want it. Some of you don't want the job because it doesn't pay what you needed to pay. And that's fine. You got the right to work for what you want to work for. But I want to ask you, are you willing to go stand in place of these people that they're taking away? Like them taking away is going to magically make your life. Yo, man, it's ignorant, bro. It's fucking ignorant at its best. And we got our fucking cunt of a president. I don't know if y'all can't tell, but I don't like that fucker. He's evil. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like the color orange, which happens to be my favorite color, actually. It's by his actions. The man promotes hate. Let me ask you a question. When's the last time y'all seen Melania?
Facts.
The man's wife don't even want to be around him. And you think he loves you more than her? She giving him pussy. Maybe. I'm just going to put that out there for you niggas who need a wake-up call. You think that he like you? That he wouldn't betray you? Look at this man's history. Bankrupted 6 times. Did he just fall out with Elon? I thought it was buddy. Everybody he works with. But you're special. He's not gonna do that to you. Who the fuck are you? Man, some of y'all live in a reality. I don't even know if it exists. I really don't. But because it's not your problem right now, it's not a problem. It's never a problem until it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all, I'm going to say this, and I speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a representation of everybody else here. I'm gonna say this shit. You can't force me to hate somebody who ain't never fucking wronged me. Okay.
No,
So, Peach, I don't know if you could tell, bro, but I'm not fucking playing. All right. So I don't know if y'all know, but my daughter is half Mexican. Okay. She is legal citizen here, but he wants to, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? And at the end of the day, empathy is free. All these people are asking you to do is to understand their situation. And I will say this again, they were gaslit in California because prior to the riots, there weren't any riots. And even with the shit they was going through, or, you know, even with the immigration, their shit wasn't like that. We got the 2025 LA riots. And if you know what the original LA riots were, this is why I'm saying, as a black person, I'm really just fucking disgusted. I'm looking like, how the fuck are we that removed? We done forgot what. So this was us. This is the floor, okay? Some of y'all done got here and you forgot. Your fucking grandparents will be fucking disgusted. Some of you motherfuckers today, bro, all you want to do is pop pussy and pop pills. Talk about how you grilled and how you niggas ain't talking about fuck shit, nothing. We talking about real world shit that's going on outside. All y'all, you YNs, and you quick to spray up somebody who looks just like you, but as soon as the people come, you want to put your hands up. You motherfuckers is lost. This is one time where all you got to do is stick together, man. Don't insult the motherfucker next to you for no reason. Don't just watch them. Like I don't know. Y'all need a class on humanitism, or how what is it? Humanism, how to be a humanitarian, how to just fucking live as an individual. Because the basic shit that's going on, that shit is not right. All you have to do, all you have to do, look at another person's situation, imagine yourself in that situation. How would you feel? No options. How would you feel? How would you feel if you got papers and some police just picked you up and deport your ass to Jamaica? It's not even your fucking country you're from. Oh, and by the way, you're a U.S. citizen. Y'all better wake the fuck up. There's a lot of sleep ass motherfuckers out here, bro. And honestly, I try to joke and laugh because I feel like laughter is one of those things that everybody can get around. And when people are laughing, they forget the indifferences. When people laugh for a minute, they found humor together. They found something that they could connect with instead of disagree about. We laugh about the truths of people. Sometimes it's not pretty, but it's still the truth. And this country is just slowly becoming unrecognizable, man. And I'm gonna say something. I'm seeing some of the people who I thought I knew show their true colors. And honestly, after you see certain things about certain people, it makes it hard to even stand next to them. Makes it hard to even conversate with them.
Why is it so hard for us as a people to come together though? That's what I still wonder. Like, why is it so hard for us to come as a people?
Because you're getting constant reminders of how different we are. You don't think I'm okay? I'm gonna show you something.
Oh, I ain't gonna cut you off, but I got something to add on to that.
Go ahead.
Literally, slavery, what they implanted in slaves' head was house slaves, field slaves did a difference. Like, if there's a whole book that was written by a slave master
how to make a slave,
how to make
Willie
a
Lynch
slave.
letters.
If you divide the populace and like
you break a man in front of all the women, and the women and when you do it, the women will want to care for their offspring, so they'll teach them to be submissive, so that they don't that same fate doesn't happen to them. And when I mean break a man, I meant they literally used to tear a man apart. They would times of four horses and whip them and they would watch that man be ripped apart. And they did this to traumatize the mothers so that they would teach their sons to be submissive. So they don't want that to happen for their son.
They literally tried to tie it into our DNA. Like,
yeah.
Like,
they tried to breed us. They did breed us. Oh, the shit that, but listen, I'm gonna be the first person to say not all white people are evil. And I'm willing to say there's shit. The majority of them didn't exist back then, so I don't even think they necessarily. When I say, but we all came from somewhere, and our histories are our histories. We can't change them, even though if you know your history, somebody did try to change it. If you know your history, let me ask you something. I'm just going. This is for everybody who's a thinking person. You really think that the Middle Passage was real? Do you know what the Middle Passage is? The Middle Passage is where they say that the slave ships came through, right? And we still, you mean to tell me way back then they had the technology to cross all those people on all those slave ships through the Atlantic Ocean? It's people that are gonna get lost today. They never even find where they're going. But these people were so smart and advanced. They brought all these people on boats, wooden ships at that, to the New World. You're still in Egypt, and that's all I'm gonna say. Some of y'all need to fucking wake up. Some of y'all need to wake up. Most of the shit that you was taught in school was a lie. Did you know there was 8 presidents before George Washington?
I did not know that.
And if you think I'm lying, please go look this shit up. You're welcome. I just look like this. I say dumb shit sometimes, but I'm far from an idiot. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. I see the play clear as day. This is divide and conquer, and they're doing a good job. The reason why, the answer Lonnie's question as to why we can't seem to all just get together unless tragedy strikes, right? One thing you'll notice in this country is we go from one disaster to another. That's to always keep you busy. That's to always keep you busy. You never get a chance to actually process what's going on, or to have conversations like we having right now. Okay? They constantly remind you of how different we are. They do it. They do it in slick little ways. Okay. They have what's called redlining, right? Redlining means that they have predetermined that we're not gonna let these kind of people
move here,
participate. Yeah, we're not we'll approve everybody as long as it's not these people, but we're not gonna tell them that. We're just not gonna approve anybody that comes through here.
It's so prevalent in so many things. There was a study done, and people were applying for a good paying job, and they sent out 50 applications with more Caucasian sounding names, and they sent out 51 that sounded like they were of an African or Hispanic descent, type of names, and the same credentials. Matter of fact, the whole they not one was more well off than the other. They had the exact same credentials, and who do you think got the more callbacks?
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
It's a system.
I'm gonna say it. We're sick, bro. We're sick. And I'm not saying that as a race. I'm saying as a people, we are sick. We look at ourselves in disgust. And what I mean by that is when you look to the left and you look to the right, these are people part of your community. Now you might be like, oh, that's not my house, but that is your community or your state. That you are a part of that. We are a human race. We look at each other with disgust. It's like the makeup commercials. They just remind you how beautiful that person is and how you could be like that person. They're not calling you ugly. They're just saying she's beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? It's that kind of shit. Like, bro, we need to find the love, bro. And I'm serious. I'm not saying I say like no tree hugger shit. What I'm saying is it has been systemically removed from our everyday. Right? How often? Like I'm gonna tell you some weird shit, right? When I was growing up, it was nothing to hear somebody say, "Hey man, I love you, dog." You can't do that shit now. They think y'all fucking. Or do they really think that you're fucking? Or is it just that they've convinced you to think like you better not say that because they're gonna think that you're fucking? So what do? You stop saying that, man. You stop charging people with love. You stop charging them with positive vibes. You start charging them with energy. You stop saying like, hey man, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you accomplished, bro, man, inspiring. Listen, be honest with you, man, I thought I was done. Then I seen what you accomplished and it made me want to get on my shit. I want to thank you for being an inspiration. I issued a challenge the other day. Shout out to my sister, my brother, man, who participated. I issued a challenge the other day. Lee, I see you. I'm bringing you up. Or let me know when you're ready. I'll bring you up. I issued a challenge the other day in the group. Only the real can relate. It was called the Making a Difference Challenge. Shout out to my good friend Rachel Hamilton. I'm gonna tell y'all something. So when I was growing up, I had a good friend. Her name was Rachel Hamilton. We went to elementary school. We went to middle school together, and in your district, because this is how it works in Tampa. In your district, they have like a district school that people go to, right? If you're local. Well, I had applied to a magnet program, so I went to a different school. A lot of y'all already know I graduated from middle
Excuse
technology
me.
program. What's up?
Hey, excuse me. I'm about to switch to the laptop, so I'm about to jump off the cell phone. I'm switch to the laptop.
I got you.
Right.
So I what's up, Leah? So my friend. Okay, so my friend, I went. She ended up going to the district school, and I went to the magnet school. So we didn't see each other as much. The other day, bro, I'm having the worst day. Actually, I think it was yesterday. To be honest with you, I'm having the worst day. Had some fuck shit happen. Right. This is what baby issued a challenge. And shout out to her, man, for real. Just randomly, okay? Just randomly, I get this. Hey there, Matt. I'm not sure if you remember me or not, but we went to Greco at Middleton together years ago. I hope this message finds you well and all is good for you. You are an amazing friend, and thank you, by the way. Right? I said, damn. And then that time, she didn't know I needed that. I ain't even heard from this person in over 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? She say, I said, hey, Rachel, of course I remember you. You were an amazing friend as well. How have you been? Right? She said, thank you for responding, by the way. I have been great. I actually had a dream about you last night, clear as day. You were a teacher at charter school, and I had to shadow you. And you had a cool apartment with a Samsung washer and a dryer set. It was touchscreen, and you taught me how to use it. And I was like, I want to be like you when I grow up, bro. You seem so happy, and you were a great teacher. Nevertheless, it made me want to find you and reach out and let you know how you were very impactful to my life, more than what you may know. And I appreciate you so much. This is me giving you your flowers before it's too late. I got that message, and I immediately said, damn, I wasn't expecting nothing like that. Changed my whole day around. I said, you know what? That feeling that I got, what if we can give that to other people? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck how bad your life is. You can remember a good time, and you can remember people who made that time good.
Facts.
So I issued a challenge yesterday in the group. We got 192 people in there. Okay? We post all kinds of shit in there. I see the shit that goes on in there. Y'all know I'm busy, so I don't like. Y'all might see a post come from me in there, but I ain't. People who know me know I'm not on Facebook like I used to be. Like the last couple of days, I've been going I've been posting because for engagement or whatever, but also to voice my opinion about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I said, you know what? We got 192 people, so I issued a challenge. I said, hey man, listen, this is the challenge. I need you to reach out to somebody, let them know about a good time y'all had and how you were glad that they were there to assist in making that a good time. Let them know how much of an impact it meant to you, because you never know what that person is going through. And when it finds them, right, it could be a determining factor. So all that to say, sometimes I'll be disappointed in people because I'll be wanting to bring them along, but they just not gonna go. And y'all know what I'm talking about later when y'all go back through this shit. But all I'm saying is I issued a challenge for people to just be human. Just to see if people could do it. Are we that far gone that we can't compliment others anymore? Are we so far in the race that we're literally competing with everybody that we forget to tell people who mean something to us that they do?
No, they think that's glazing.
What is that? What? So no. Hold on.
The motherfuckers can't.
No, I know what glazing is. I know what glazing is. But what I'm saying is,
I ain't even know I was on this motherfucker. I just texted you and told you I was in the back. I didn't even see you put me on here.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, what is that? Like, we shame people
for showing people love.
For showing people love.
My apologies for being late. I had a car incident, so my apologies.
You okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good. It was from last week. We were supposed to go and get the rental today. So when we went and got it, they had called me back literally right before the show started, talking about some fucking they couldn't fix what they were supposed to fix. So the lawyer called and we had to go pick it up and go take it to a whole different place. I'm like, bro, y'all pissing me off. So, but I made it back.
Well, we're glad you're here, bro. Same thing with Leah. Appreciate you for being here.
Yeah. I mean, in regards to what you were just talking about, I mean, as far as, are we so far gone that, you know what I mean, simple gestures and stuff, right? I mean, look, people throw the word simp around left and right when a guy is just being nice. I mean, it's starting to get to a point where it's like anytime you do anything that's of human decency, it's like either people think you want something or they want to, like, you know what I mean, play you.
But
be
see,
like, oh, you know,
that's a
that's
a
terrible.
survival. That's okay. Okay. Some people ain't never exited survival mode. They've been struggling their whole life. They've never had an opportunity to come out of reaction mode and go into what we call proactive mode. What I mean by that is, you ever try to do something for somebody and they go, "What you trying to do?" That's somebody who's been damaged.
Yeah.
That's somebody who has been taken advantage of. That's somebody who once thought that things were one way and found out harshly that they not. Okay? Because believe it or not, it is enriching to do something positive for somebody. They teach you in school. I mean, a lot of bullshit they teach you in school, but they do teach you that a positive and a negative reaction equal a negative reaction. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's cool. They also teach you that two negatives make a positive. I don't know if that's true. Right? But then they also tell you later that an object in motion will remain in motion until acted upon by an equal or opposite force. Meaning that the only way that something will change is if you fucking change it. Right? So it brings me back to the point of which one is true? If you're looking at a situation and you can tell it's negative, why don't you be the positive battery? Have you ever seen somebody snapping and going off and just becoming so unbecoming of themselves, but you still see the beauty in that person where you feel like if you say the right thing to them, you could save them or bring them back? You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody like crashing out. Matter of fact, that's where the term crashing out comes from, because it's so out of your ordinary behavior that it's not who they recognize you to be. So you know the positive version of this person, and you see a negative reaction. So you have a choice. You could, what a lot of people do, especially in today's time, which is exactly what Trump is doing, you could provoke the problem, become a catalyst to cause a reaction, right? Or you can introduce something to the problem that's going to balance it out so that it becomes neutral and once again ready to be used again. See, and all that shit I'm talking about, I ain't even take no advanced chemical class, but y'all should be able to understand what the fuck I just said. That's just called being a human. That's just called being a human. And I feel like that shit's getting lost. Now, here's the thing. I kind of fought the OGs too, because our OGs ain't never had no OGs, and they're just, we got a lot of people. We had a baby boom where it's a lot of people. We got a lot of grandparents never even met their grandparents. Let's go backwards. Y'all know back in the day, they used to have in a single family home, right? They used to have 3 generations.
Yeah, facts.
They used to have the grandparents and the great grandparents in the home. They used to have the parents who were working to provide. And they had the kids who were being raised and watched by the grandparents, because they was the grandparents are teaching the young ones what they don't know so they can come up. So there's this continuous knowledge that's being passed along.
Can't do that now.
But can't do that now because grandma 36.
Babies raising babies.
And then everybody
what the fuck she gonna tell you? How to put her legs on the right way?
Everybody thinks staying with your parents is a bad thing.
That's the other thing. They done convinced us that at 18, you need to kick your fucking child out. Let me ask y'all a serious question. You ever talk to an 18-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck going on.
No.
At all. Don't have the
They think they
slightest
do.
clue. Don't have the slightest clue in the world.
No, they have no idea what's coming.
I'll be talking to my cousin. I'll be like, "What, nigga? What?"
So why would you let the world convince you to put out a child who is really just now awakening at 18? I'm just being honest, because you're still not even gonna find out who you are until around 25. Just be honest. There's a reason why they want to raise the drinking age. Your brain ain't even fucking. They know scientifically that your brain is not fully developed at 18 years old. This is the same reason why the military comes into high schools and tries to get people to sign up for military at 18. They're highly influential. You know what I'm saying? Full of energy, no mind. I'm not dissing nobody. But what I'm saying is, let's revisit a person later on in life and see how they feel. When you talk to other certain, and I'm not saying the military is a bad thing. I'm not. I know some great people, some great soldiers. Shout out my uncle. Like, I know some great people who have been in the military. I'm not talking about the whole military. I'm not even saying the military is a bad thing. What I'm saying is these people are well aware at 18, your brain is underdeveloped. Now, the only people that don't know this is the fucking 18-year-old. So why would you kick your child out when they're the most vulnerable? Fresh where their signature actually binds them the contracts, and probably free to fuck up their credit, which they're gonna spend the next 70 years behind trying to fix that shit.
Yep. Been there.
But you know who don't do shit like that? And let's look at them. Let's look at their growth and where they're at. I'm not gonna say anything. Just think about it. When you talk to people who are trust fund babies and people who they just inherited a house, and they're just gonna go to the beach, and you be trying to figure out, motherfucker, I work and got bills, and nigga, you finna go to the fucking beach, nigga? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And they say shit like, hey man, you gotta stop stressing so hard. You gotta just fucking live life. Right? That's the difference. That right there is in the difference, right? So let me ask you a question.
He ain't even live life. He only 18. He don't know what life is.
Let me tell you something. This is for those who are old enough to understand. When you buy a house, it's normally like a 30-year mortgage or 15 years, some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You already old as shit. I'm talking to the parents. You're already old. You're getting older. You know the grave is going to knock on your door one day. Why would you work your whole life to pay off something and kick your child out when by the time, like, when you finally own it and you own it? Why wouldn't you just let your child just stay in the house until after you pass? You're going to die. I don't know if you know it, but the jig is up. You're going to die someday. So why would you kick your child out? Like, you understand that you're just kicking them out to start at zero, to do the same shit you did, to struggle for life? When are we ever supposed to come up? Right? And then for some people, some parents actually say shit like, oh, you don't know how real the struggle is. Like, I'm not giving you nothing. You don't have to work for everything you got. That's not like the hater in you. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to spoil your child. Facts. But let me ask you a question. Being spoiled is a privilege. Why wouldn't you? Okay, so if you were a person who wasn't spoiled and know how it felt, why wouldn't you try to give a different experience to a version of you? Because the child is you. Okay? So to say that you desire to see yourself or a piece of yourself, an offspring of self, suffer, that's a sickness. And it's not love. Once you understand what the struggle is, right? And I think everybody eventually gets to a point where they realize that regardless of the people, what people mouth say, you are truly all you have. Right? Once an adult realizes that, and especially if they have kids, hopefully in your life you start to make moves to ensure that your child never visits that situation that you had to realize. You understand? And you prepare for them, even if they don't understand, because that again, you're gonna leave here as a parent. Your job is to make sure that your child is prepared, and you have resources, or at least if you have been working on resources, meaning that you have woken up, you're not still chasing the clubs at 60. If you have resources, why would you not use those resources to get your child at a better position in life? I commend when I see I work for insurance. Some of y'all don't know that. Some of y'all do. I commend when I hear parents that have gone out and gotten a nice vehicle and co-signed for their kid because their kid didn't have the credit. And once I asked the individual, like, it don't bother you that this new driver is getting behind this $70,000 car, right? And he said, I want to help him as much as I can because I'm not going to always be here. And at least this way, he'll get an affordable rate where he can buy the car and won't have to worry about a car payment.
Facts.
Yo, that's
Lonnie in the back.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like that, bro. That's love. You understand? Like that's not just because they went and got him a nice car, but because they were planning. Like this was a plan. He is making sure that even when he's not here, he has done everything to make sure his child has all the resources that he will need, including a vehicle that he doesn't have to struggle every month about if it's going to be repoed because the rate is so high because the kid don't have no experience, no credit. Like it's things like that. It's when you become selfless. It's when you become bigger than yourself. It's when you start to realize that you can generate a solution. You can be a part of a solution. You don't have to necessarily just complain about everything. You can actually start to, make moves to avoid situations so that the same situation, at least not the same way you experienced, isn't repeated through your bloodline, through your heritage, your lineage. But it takes planning to do that, and that means you gotta actually, you might have to stay home on the weekend instead of going clubbing. You might have to miss out on that next pair of Jordans. You might, you know what I'm saying? You might not be able to smoke all the gas you want all week. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to take everybody on free rides and shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's once you understand that this shit is not a game, you'll start to make different moves. And while you're making those moves, you're hoping that your child is going to be able to thrive in that world that's coming that you might not even be able to see. Meanwhile, we got Donald Trump ensuring that they do see the world that you saw.
Vividly.
Or that your grandparents saw. Or that their grandparents saw. So when you say, when I have a very, I'm sorry, Mo, I'm gonna say this and then I'll let you go. No, I have a very big problem with Donald Trump's catchphrase, "Make America Great Again." What period were you talking about, sir? I really want to know, what period are you talking about, sir? Because I thought we were moving in a positive direction. So when you say "Make America Great Again," you mean that it's not great? Right? And then when you say "great again," what period in time are you trying to go back? So I'm gonna remind y'all, do y'all know how old Donald Trump is?
I think it's like 50.
Donald Trump old
70,
enough. Donald
70,
Trump, he's 79.
79, yeah. 79, 78, something like that. Yeah.
He old enough that they used to say nigger walking around all the time.
Right.
When he say "Make America Great Again," what part of what he sounds like he's reminiscent of a time. What time? When the rich had all the money and the poor didn't? Because that's what it seems like he's trying to do now. It's not about race. It's not about heritage. Don't get it twisted. That's just the tool they're using right now. It's about class. And if you ain't got the money, you're not in the class. And this ain't school. So what were you saying, Maul? Sorry.
All I said, my coach used to say this. Coaches and parents plant the seed of a tree they may never even get to be able to enjoy the shade from.
That's deep. Teachers too. Amen.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Teachers, coaches, parents, they gonna plant a seed that they will never even be able to enjoy the shade from. And in that sentiment alone, you gotta think, man, what can I leave behind that can help the next person out? It's it's definitely an issue of and don't get me wrong, money is important. You know, we need money to live. You need money to do things. But you could be the richest man in the world and still be poor in character, poor in soul, poor in love. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these people that have passed away that have millions.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Money doesn't account for everything. You know what I'm saying? Leaving a people thinking, oh, I'm leaving a legacy behind. Everybody think that's just money. It's more than money.
it is. It really is. How you treat.
Leaving a legacy of integrity, leaving a legacy of, you know, being a kind person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just as important as money. You know, leaving a legacy of money, if not more. You know what I'm
Leah
saying?
said that she's back.
Hmm?
Leah said that she's back.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? People got to stop thinking about the dollar signs, you know, and thinking that that's the end all be all. Because once you get it and you sold your soul to get it, now you just have it, and now what?
Not happy.
You rich but you poor at the same time. If that makes sense.
You rich man. It's some people that got a they look at Trump. Nigga got all the money in the world. His wife don't even fucking want to be next to him. And I'm not saying that to laugh. I'm saying that's sad. That's compassion. You're married to an individual that the world knows, and she don't ever want to stand next to you. It's contractually obligated. She has like two appearances, and then she don't even want to be next to you. This is somebody who's married to you, and you won't leave her. Why? Because you might get your money. Because I don't believe that you love her. There's no way in fuck you could be making the policies that you're making. And if you don't love your wife, or if that's how you treat your wife, and in no offense fashion, this ain't for kids. I'm gonna say this. You talking about the woman who sucks your dick, maybe. Then nigga, I know you don't care about me.
Hey, maybe.
Hey, fat the woman that lay up and rub you right at night, boy, and you could do anything despite. Yeah, boy. That's what
I
I'm
know you
saying.
don't give a fuck about
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
I
Like,
seen that Peach. I seen that Peach. That's
Y'all
kind of
see
messed
about
up
that
too.
TikTok
That
guy
don't
they
even make
deported?
sense. But he should have known that that shit was gonna happen. No bullshit. He should have known that that shit was gonna happen.
I can't see what he said. So
Yeah. It's a I'm saying he said greed changed this world for real. Traditional family is gone. He said, okay, he was saying that's why they raised the 621. Yeah, about the mind, about the mind being undeveloped. He said you hear about that kid getting that kid TikTok guy deport. And you know what, bro? Here's the other thing. So a child, right, is a empty vessel. They're an empty vessel. You pour into them.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know anything but what they're taught. And the only and sometimes they don't even know something is wrong because the person that they love taught them it. So they, you know what I'm saying? They just think that
Racism.
it's and so when that child is given to the world and the world has to deal with that child, they don't even understand what they're looking at. All they know is this individual speaks hate. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand as a parent, right, who has an obligation to do what's best for their child, knowing that they're not going to always be in your care, always honored. Like there ain't people out here who ain't going for the bullshit. I'm gonna explain something to you. Most generations repeat. What I mean by that is that's why they call it breaking the generational curse. most generations repeat. What I mean by that is, if a person goes to prison, like let's say you as an individual have a child and they go to prison, so you're not present for your child, right? So they grow up without a father or a mother, whoever you might be, right? Then they grow up and they get taught what they should be learned. They get taught what they should learn from you, from somebody else who don't necessarily have the love that you have for your child. Okay, so then they go out and then they spread that. Okay, then they teach that shit to their child. Now you end up with a line. By the time you get out of prison, by the time you get out of jail or whatever, by the time you look at your people, you almost don't even recognize them because they've been taught what they believe is love or what they have learned to be love from somebody who didn't have the same love as you, and you did that. So they get somebody pregnant, right? And I mean, you weren't there, so you don't know what the right or wrong is. I mean, they don't know what right or wrong is, and you just this person who just showed up. Who are you to tell them whatever? And next thing you know, they going to prison. And so you're the first person watching the cycle, and you hate that it dominoed. But how do you stop it? I tell you how you stop it, man. Somebody got to take the time to say, "Hey, look, man, I know this the way that things were, but this ain't the way they got to be." Somebody has to say there's better than this. We deserve better than this. You deserve better than this. Somebody has to show the way. Like somebody has to take accountability and say, listen, I know this is what you know, but this is not the way. It takes somebody to be able to say with some empathy that I know you want better. Let me show you how. But that's not what we got today. We got people who want to watch people fall, cheer at their downfall. Listen, I crack jokes on Diddy, but I crack jokes on everybody. I don't give a fuck. I crack jokes on everybody, but do I really want to see Diddy go to prison? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see nobody go to prison. Now, if you go do some dumb shit and you need to get locked up, then hey, that's what it is. But I don't get happy seeing anybody incarcerated because bitch, you in a box. Human beings aren't made to live in a box. Animals go in a box. And they don't belong in a box. We did that shit to them. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a way. And then too, I firmly believe. I feel like if you get rehabilitated while you're locked up, it's because you had that in you. It was already there. You just need to be brought out. But some of these people don't even want to be like. I'm not talking about all. I'm saying there are some people who are just committed to just doing fucked up. Like I know people who have been institutionalized. Like they get out talking about, oh, I'm gonna be back soon. I already know. I just feel it. Why would you even say something like that? Especially after living like that. Why the fuck would you even? Why would you even try to speak that shit? The power of life and death is in the tongue. Why would you even let that shit come out your mouth? Why would you own that kind of energy? But we broken. We don't speak life to each other no more. This shit is sad, man. I grew up when we did. So I'm watching this shit and I'm just like, it's hard for me to swallow and just take this shit in. That's why I'm saying something to you about it. Like, I can't just, I don't feel comfortable just watching us all go to shit. South Park had this episode where they were talking about the bar, like the status quo, where it just kept getting lower and lower and lower to the motherfuckers at the bottom of the sea. That's where we at.
Yeah, we under the sea.
That's where we're at.
Under the sea. Literally.
And it's like some people want to go down there with shovels and shit and make it even and take it even lower. Like, come on, man. We all see this shit. Like, bro, they want us to hate each other. You don't have a reason to hate nobody.
Facts.
If we're gonna look at reasons to hate people, let's look at it. Y'all ready?
It's a list.
Let's look at it. Did your neighbor, right, increase your taxes? Did your neighbor, right, declare war on your community? Did your neighbor, right, try to overthrow an elected official that everybody knew the risk? They took a vote. But did your neighbor say, fuck it, I don't care what y'all did and try to throw it? Did your neighbor, okay, lower your SNAP benefits? Did your neighbor disqualify you from the bank loans and shit that you're requiring, that you're asking about? so that you can better your life? Did your neighbor deny your application for any kind of assistance, but tell you, hold on. Did your neighbor tell you you make too much money to get assistance, but you're too poor to live in a neighborhood? Okay, listen. I'm just pointing facts. Why don't you go get mad at the motherfucker who did that? And I ain't even got to point at him. I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but what I am telling you is you should have been able to answer no to all of those questions. So why the fuck are you mad? Did your neighbor take food off your plate? Did your neighbor, I don't know, do something to your family? Did cause them harm? Did the person in the grocery store who bags your groceries say something to offend you? Come and make your life hell? Most of the time, these people didn't, because probably they at work and they're just at work so they can take care of their families like you do with your fucking family. So why do you hate them? And I get just generally not liking people because, hey, I don't fuck with everybody. I'm not necessarily a friendly person. I don't fuck with everybody, but I don't go out of my way to fuck with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if I don't rock with you, I don't go out of my way to make sure you can't be rocked with nobody else. So that's all I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? I think we really need to ask ourselves as a community, man. Like, are we really okay with just watching the status quo continue to sink, man? Like, how low is it how low are we willing to go for real? Now, I'm not talking about the song. I'm talking about like, what's the fucking, where does it stop? What's the low point for you? What's it gonna take for you to wake up and say, you know what, bro, this ain't right? What is that? Do you even have one? Are you just down with the program?
A lot of them gotta be
just go with the program.
A lot of them ain't gonna do nothing until it hit home. Real shit.
Well, that's why they say you gotta stand for something. You better stand for something, or else you'll fall for anything, including thinking that man got your best interest at heart, when everything he has done shows you he don't. It's like, well, y'all had to fail math a couple times because this shit don't add up. I could tell a lot of motherfuckers can't balance the checkbook because this shit don't add up.
You seen what they doing to the bar?
Yeah, motherfuckers be like, hey, he said he's gonna get us trade deals with everybody else in the world. Where? Which one? Can you point it out to me? Where? Have you seen one? Have you got the notification? Because listen, everybody looking for the bitch with a flashlight. We looking for that motherfucker harder than ice looking for the fucking community. Like have you seen it? Does it exist? But y'all, oh, he has our best interests at heart, even though he's tying up all the things that would help me. Oh, I heard a stupid bitch. They asked her, God forgive me, because I'm trying. I heard this lady that said, with Trump, making these cuts to the Department of Education, you're gonna lose your job. Do you think that's right? She said, well, I believe in Trump, and if that means he's got to do what he got. So wait a minute.
Yeah, you're dangerous. I can't. No.
Yeah, you're dangerous.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, shit. Look what's happening with FEMA and shit. After this hurricane season, we ain't gonna have FEMA or nothing no more.
Right. So when you get fucked up, and look, what he's doing is setting a dangerous precedent. What he's doing is setting a dangerous precedent.
I feel like
because
he's
right
setting
now,
us all up to while out, so then they could call martial law.
But this has been a plan for a long time. I'm gonna show y'all some things, right? I'm just gonna point it out. Y'all know. Okay, and I want to say this while we got the people. Hey, look, if you're gonna go protest this Saturday, I need you to do something for me. Okay, they are going to infiltrate the protest with bad actors. What I mean by that is people who want to see violence. Okay, these are not going to be people who are going to be with your cause or your protest. These are going to be people who infiltrate themselves with y'all while y'all protesting and will willfully become violent so that they can incite violence.
Yeah, and you've already seen what they've said. They've been instructed that they can use full force. Anybody protesting or anything can be used full force on.
So if you are peaceful protesting and you see somebody get violent near you, I need you to sit down on the ground with your hands up. I need you to be clear as day, not causing any commotion. Because what they want is a narrative
You
that
gotta
y'all are
offset
being
that
violent
narrative.
so that they can do what they did to us in the 60s. Okay? So again, I'm asking you for your safety, for your family, because what he's doing is he's trying to discourage people saying anything. Okay? And this is why I said on my Facebook, I don't condone riots, because when you start to riot, the message is lost and communities are destroyed. But if you're going to protest, what you have a right to do in this country, a right for your voice to be heard peacefully, then you have that right. And as long as you have that right, you should exercise that right.
I will say this though, if you can avoid protesting, I mean, people are gonna do
Yeah,
what they
there's
need to
other
do.
ways
I
to do it.
understand, but on Saturday in particular, I'm only saying this because I have family within the realm.
Oh
He's
yeah, I've seen the
literally
Florida
given
thing.
the instruction
I
that
saw them Florida
full
videos.
force if you do anything on Saturday. So just
Right.
be
If
careful.
you, yeah. He said, yeah.
So that
I saw
means
that
that it's
post.
at the discretion of the police, anybody who's gonna be doing that. So just anybody who's doing any type of protesting, I'm not saying you're not doing the right things. I agree. Just be careful because on Saturday they are not playing around with us.
Right. But if you want to play the game, you gotta know the rules. And this is why I'm telling you, listen, you gotta know that they want to make you look like you're violent. So again, I'm asking if you are peacefully protesting on Saturday, which is your right, okay,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna try to use fear, right? That's what this is. This is to stop you from voicing your opinion. Okay, this is just one of many attempts there will be on the Bill of Rights. I'm just being honest with you. Y'all should know this. Trump just picked up on the shit that he was doing before he left, and he didn't want to leave. In case y'all forgot, right? So if you are peaceful protesting, no matter where you are, because this is going on around the
Nationwide.
nation on Saturday, right? I need you that if you see violence, I need you to sit down with your hands up so they can see that you are not a threat. Okay, that has to be obvious because I'm telling you, it's going to be people that look like you. They already know this. There are going to be people that look like you, dress like you. They're going to try to blend in with you to go ahead and incite those riots so that the police can go out and tear through like they do. This is what Trump wants. He's provoking people. This is listen. This nigga threw a party on he threw a military parade on his birthday.
Yeah,
He
he used the
he
military's
he know how the
250th
world no but
anniversary as a cover for his birthday parade.
well no it's Trump ain't stupid. This is yet another trigger. He's provoking you. You understand what I'm saying? He's provoking you. This ain't no difference than a cop saying stop resisting, and you're like, yo, I'm what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I'm right here, I ain't doing that. And they start saying, why are you resisting? That's what's going on. I'm telling you. And so what they would like is for nobody to show up because there'll be no unity.
So it's gonna
Or
be
if you do show up, they want the violence to ensue so that he can do what he do and then declare martial law and say that the country's out of control and so that he can become the dictator that he wants to be. Please, guys, don't give him the ammunition.
it's always gonna be an idiot that pull up though.
Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you though. There's people. Listen, back in the day when MLK was doing his thing, the FBI purposely infiltrated them. Here's the other thing I'm gonna tell you guys about in case you didn't know. Most governments keep their people in control through use of fear. I don't know if you know that, but they create the problem and show up with the solution to remind you of why you need them.
They hold all the power.
Okay. So I don't know, man. Like We need the only way to beat ignorance is to be not is to be knowledgeable. Okay, you can always think your way out of a situation as long as you stay on your square. Don't let them trick you off your square. Okay, these people are gaslighting you. They want a war, and the fucked up part about it is they want a war with this country. They want it with the people. They're trying to push us to civil unrest. They're constantly agitating. So before this, there was the tariffs with everything getting higher. Yo, when money becomes scarce, people become violent. Once your stomach start touching your back, you're gonna start to wonder how you can feed your family too. Right? And then you're gonna probably think about doing shit you probably never would do. Meanwhile, add that with gaslighting people. They're trying to push us to civil unrest so that he can say we're unruly and declare martial law. And then he'll change the law that he don't have to be in there for 4 years. He could be in there longer. Or do away with the election. So don't give this man the juice that he's looking for, man. I'm telling you, like, he's not the smartest. The man bankrupted 6 fucking companies.
Yeah, that kills
the only people dumber than him was the 5th people that let him on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that kills me because that was one of the main points people were like endorsing him. Oh, he's a great businessman.
No, he ain't.
No, he's not. He's really not.
This man's been bankrupt 6 times. He's filed bankruptcy 6 times.
I digress.
That's like thinking Elon smart because he invested in some company. Elon didn't create. Man, yo, come on, man. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. Like you can't let these people gaslight you or push you off your position. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're counting on. They're I'm telling you now, on Saturday, there's going to be somewhere where violence is going to break out. And Donald wants this so that he can put on a show about how he just can't wait to establish order.
You seen all those bikers is on the way down there, right?
Hate groups going to a fucking, like, that's a, man.
All those bro, I seen that the street was lit. There was it was so many bikers. I said, oh, I hope they finna go help the cause because it looks like it's gonna. I'm just
trying to understand. I want to speak something to the military, man. I wonder if some of do some of y'all have family, right? Of immigration heritage, right? I'm just curious, like, how do you feel? How do you feel having to enforce these orders? Do you even feel anything wrong against deploying your militarized weapons against the civilian population? You're essentially shooting people or assaulting people who don't even have the proper equipment to combat you equally, which AKA would make you a bully. So you're beating on most of the time people who aren't even like. So here's the thing. These people will be like, oh, we're maintaining order because we're in fear of our life. Nigga, you in riot gear with a motherfucking riot shield with a motherfucking, and y'all are the ones who kill people. How are y'all in fear of your life? Y'all show up with riot gear and numbers and tanks, and y'all are in fear of y'all life? You're using the military to intimidate the people. That's the sign of a dictatorship. Welcome to motherfucking class. Just saying. Just saying. I can't. Yeah. P say it's Pride Month. You know what? It's Pride Month. It's also Juneteenth is this month. You know, that gets overlooked by Pride. You know what Juneteenth was? The fact that I mean, and I'm not saying that both of them aren't true, right? Father's Day is also this month. How often are you gonna hear about that? Most of the time, you don't even hear about Father's Day till the day of, and that's it. Mother's Day is coming up. They advertise for weeks.
I heard it was mental.
Yeah, it's men's mental health month as well.
Ain't gonna lie,
but you don't hear that.
Ever hearing of that shit? I've never heard of it.
Well, I want to know who's assigning these months.
Nah, for real. Like, cause I've never heard of that. When I've seen it on Facebook, I say, is niggas just coming up with shit and just posting it?
Who's assigning these
I
times
was
of
so
the year where we
confused.
celebrate one cause, like just for this amount of time? That's like that makes as much sense as Black History Month. Like I'm not black all year long.
Like, yo,
Who's
I
doing
was
this
so
shit?
confused. And they're talking about a
Who?
month. Like, nigga, we go through this shit every day.
I was say I
My
can't
struggle don't stop on February 28th.
I about to say I can't peel off my melanin and put this in the closet. I wear this every day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but your history is only important for the shortest month of the year, and we don't want to hear about that shit on March 1st either, nigga. It's not. Sometimes it's not about what they're saying; it's about what they're not saying. We ain't got no European celebration month.
That's history.
But why we got a Black History Month? And we can't hear you.
Muted.
We can't hear you muted.
You muted, cuz.
And some people gonna be like, "Oh, you just hating." No, I'm trying to understand. These niggas gave you crumbs so you could be satisfied, and you went with it.
I'm talking about Peach because I think you misread what he's saying, and I was reading what Pete said.
What did he say?
You read like the last part, but you didn't read.
No, I said glad we are focused on the important things this year instead of Pride Month. That's good. He said not what I said at all, but you did. I'm saying I'm glad we focus on things instead of that as BS. Yeah, no. I get you. I wasn't going off on you, Peach.
Yeah,
I'm not going off on. Yeah, I'm agreeing.
I'm not saying
you
going off. I'm saying
I'm in agreement with bro. Like we good. Like
yeah,
I'm
speaking to his point. Saying, Marley, that's why you cracked.
I read it, but I heard him say it. I was like, "Am I tripping?" I was like, "No, he not." I think he just misread.
No, we nobody was disagreeing with him.
No, we didn't disagree with him. Nobody was disagreeing. I was adding to what he was talking about. Like I'm 110% with what he said.
No, it was the way he wrote it. It was
the way he wrote it.
The way he wrote it. It could have been taken funny. You know how he always little jokes.
Oh, so, I got you.
You know, Pete.
When you read it, you just
it was definitely sarcasm. I did hear my boy when he said it.
That's why I'm like, wait, what?
No. I get him. That's why we on the same page. Like I'm 110% in agreement. But what I'm saying is just like him. They even with the month shit, bro. They give us crumbs so you'll be satisfied, and we just take the crumbs. And we just take the crumb every month. Like, dude, they have literally taken every month and gave crumbs to somebody else to shut them the fuck up. Think about it. We get 12 months. Some of these months are multiple months. So they just started recycling. So this month, just in June, right? Mental health, men's mental health month, Pride Month.
You know what kills me?
But which one we supposed to fucking celebrate?
You know what kills me is how you have Indigenous Day on the same day as Christopher Columbus Day.
That's diabolical.
That's them playing in your face like they've been doing.
Yo,
that's diabolical.
That's okay.
Right? They don't understand.
When we have Indigenous Day and we're in Puerto Rico, there's a big ass fucking statue of Christopher Columbus, and it's Christopher Columbus Day too. I'm like, yo, ain't that a slap in the fucking face?
No, that's America. Which, by the way, we celebrate many years Columbus Day. The day that Christopher Columbus came over here and found people here, was about to die. The natives fucking taught him how to fucking live,
and
then
all our people
and then he repaid them by giving them smallpox
and raping our women and killing them and all types.
And we celebrated him for it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't personally.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving either.
I personally don't believe.
That's what kind of sick shit is that? We gonna get together and
Thanksgiving
celebrate.
Day is a massacre.
Yeah, we're gonna get together and celebrate the massacre.
Celebrate a massacre of a bunch of indigenous people. Yeah, it's
I don't believe in none. That's why I don't celebrate in none of these. I don't believe in none of that because it's always an alternative story to what we've been taught, and it's like, yo,
of course they would rather. It's kind of hard to tell.
When we grow up, we learn.
It's kind of hard to tell kids that we killed a bunch of people on this day. That might make you sound, I don't know, inhumane, evil.
I would rather tell the truth than not lie.
No, what I'm saying is, even if you tell a child that we massacred a bunch of people on this day and that's why we're eating, they're gonna be like, "What?"
Well, no, don't say it like that. Just
no,
but if you said
that's
it
what I'm
how it really
saying.
was, then
teach
yeah.
them. Just don't be like, oh, we celebrate Thanksgiving because this is what our family did for years. That's a fucking lie. Tell them why we celebrating Thanksgiving because it ain't because of that.
A lot of the holidays are lies, or they track back to paganism. For example, December 25th. If you read the Bible, you know Jesus wasn't born in the winter. There's no way in the fuck the shepherds wouldn't have been in the fields in the winter. But I'm gonna leave it alone because if we start to think too much, it might be a fucking problem. All right, so I'm just saying.
I think this is hypothesis. I think he was around like April, September somewhere.
No, he was around June, July. And most ask pastors, they know, they get taught this shit, bro. It ain't a secret or new to them. They go to school. They have school that they go to. We're not talking about ordained ministers. We're talking about ones who actually went to school. They're doctors. They know this is not new to them. Okay, so it's just new to you. It's just new to you. Yeah, but all that to say, I'm not going to even get on that because that's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is, y'all, we gotta stop just laying down. I'm not telling you. I'm not trying to incite no kind of riot or nothing. You can change the world simply by just refusing to put the stupid shit in it. What I mean by that is, look, man, you were raised right. You know what the fuck right and wrong is. If you know it's right, don't. If you know it's right, participate in it. If it's not, don't. And I'm not talking about things that are moral, like whatever you do in your personal time. I'm talking about as a community as a whole, because we're all on this rock together. Even though some people believe that they're superior than others, and everybody else should be subservient. Some people believe that they believe that they should be separated from others. I'm here to bring you the news, baby. We all on this rock together. We're all here. Okay, and guess what? As long as we all here, we gonna all have to put up with each other. Now, some people will have you spend your whole time hating people for no fucking reason. You don't even really know why you hate these people. Some of you people, I really want to know. Do you even know why you hate the people you hate? What's a valid? Give me a valid. Not because of some shit that somebody told you. Not because of some shit somebody said happened to them. Do you have a valid reason as to why you hate people?
I don't hate anybody. Do I dislike a few people for things they did? Of course, but
no. And that's valid because those are your experiences that you went through. But let's say hypothetically, one of them people is black. You can't sit here and say all black people are like that.
No, absolutely not.
But that's what we're getting at. You can't marginalize a whole race of people based off of one bad experience you had for that one individual.
You know what makes it worse? Half the time, it's not even a bad experience they had. It's something that they heard.
Yeah,
or something that was just taught to them.
That's what I'm saying. Racism is taught. Nobody comes out the womb racist. Nobody comes out the womb. Now, don't get me wrong. Kids start to recognize around second, third, fourth, fifth grade. Oh, they look differently than me, but the correlation doesn't come is that I'm better than them.
Right.
Wait, why?
That correlation doesn't come until the parents have that conversation with them or with their actions.
I think what's wrong with Peach.
You said all rich people are greedy. For real, it's a practice.
No, it's like every other. It's like he got 3 or 4 YouTube pages just going in.
Yes, I see that press peach pussy pie. That's crazy.
Like,
hey, listen,
what's up?
So, I don't know what Brett got going on.
But the thing is, what I will say is, it all boils down to cowardice, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna tell you why. So you're so scared of what I might do that you got to keep your foot on my neck so I can't achieve. It's what I might do, not what you know me to do, not what you've seen me do, but what I might do. The power of what I might do scares you that bad that you feel like you may no longer have control or an advantage. So you'll marginalize. It's cowardice. Every day in this life, every second of this life, you don't know what's going to happen next. And some people want to believe that they're in control.
Yep.
No, you're
You're not.
not.
God is.
You're
Anymore.
not. And so it's just now we appreciate you said supporting. Thank you, boss man, for
Right.
real.
3 different.
Yeah, it's just man, I really believe that we as a people know better. We know that this shit fucked up out here. We had all of these presidents prior to this fuck shit that's going on in January, and nobody had a problem. Or if they had a problem, it wasn't big enough for them to do the shit they doing now. So let's not get lost and forget our humanity. Even you got to remember, morals and ethics are not they're not conditional based on what other people do. They're based on like morals and ethics are something that you own, that belong to you, that should not be changed because of somebody else's action. So if you're gonna stand for anything, stand for being a fucking human being. You know what I mean? With empathy. Have understanding for other people and their plight. Because you're laughing now, but bitch, you're gonna cry later. Everything in life changes. The one constant thing in life is change. And you might be up today, but bitch, the way the life works, you won't always be. It's impossible. And when it's you that's on the bottom of the hill, looking up the hill, trying to figure out how the fuck you gonna get up there, you don't need a motherfucker coming by on a motorcycle telling you to hurry up. And that's what we're doing in this country to these people. These are people. Before you even know their name, before you even know their heritage, before you even know if they got a family, these are people. They eat, sleep, breathe like you. They got aspirations, hopes, children like you. They want, but I remember the immigration story used to be people came to America for a better life. They escaped what they left from what they were doing because there was promise here to try to be better and to be bigger. And for a minute, people believed that. That's what drove immigration here.
You can't
America
have
used to be
ownership.
known as the melting pot.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit that we're in today?
You can't own stolen land.
And that's real. That's what the audacity for me is. People telling Mexicans in California to go home. Bitch, they are home. You get the fuck out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at how the United States acquired Mexico. Oh, and by the way, for those of y'all who didn't know, do you know why it was called the Gulf of Mexico? You need to go look at the map back in the day. Right next to Louisiana was Mexico, not Texas. Yeah. California, when you hear the name San Francisco, Los Angeles, these are Spanish names and terms. They didn't even change the fucking city. Bro, they stole these people's shit in front of them. And then told them to go home. Man, all I'm saying is for an African American to tell them to go home, nigga, I'm embarrassed of you. I'm ashamed of you. Because, bitch, you ain't even got a home to go to.
I think that's the problem. They don't have a home to go to. They don't know where their home is.
And I mean that shit, bro. Some of y'all are besides yourself, man. You're too far up here. The materials think the Jordan and all that other shit got you. It got you thinking that you better than a nigga, bro. That's what Kanye said. Even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. Y'all done forgot, bro. I think some of y'all motherfuckers celebrated Cinco de Mayo. You should be ashamed.
Facts. I was just finna say that. Don't even know what they celebrate.
You don't even know what the fuck you're celebrating.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people just be doing shit nowadays. Don't even know what they celebrate.
Why they doing it?
They don't even know what Cinco de Mayo is. They don't know what the Battle of Pueblo was. Which was, by the way, when the Mexicans stood up with Americans, to fight.
And like,
You don't even know what you're celebrating.
here's the thing, too. On social media, you see all these people, you know, like the Latinos for Trump and all that stuff, and people, and that is okay. Don't get me wrong; it was a large amount of Latino people that did vote for Trump. Yes, that it was proven with statistics, but that not every. I know some. I got some brothers that happen to be Latino that can't stand him and don't stand for his politics. They voted against him. They vote against everything that he stands for politically. You can't
Love you, peace.
marginalize a whole group of people. Like they voices deserve to be heard just as much as anybody else's. Their rights deserve to be protected just as much as anybody else's. And so you can't like, bro. And people, and there's podcasts that be on here preaching hate. You know, like, oh, we tired of turning the other cheek and being the bigger person, and now we want an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna solve anything. Eventually, everybody gonna be blind.
Yeah.
And then what?
What the hell?
They're just gonna be going off what they see after that.
What we gonna be in Bird Box? Like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like the hate is a fuel that doesn't need any other source to keep growing. Fire needs air and it needs other things to burn. Hate is a resource that doesn't need to have anything extra into it to grow. It grows by itself.
It's a weed, bro. It grows in the worst conditions, and it's hard to kill. It thrives on negative energy, and all you gotta do is ignore it. That's it. All you gotta do is ignore it, and it'll grow up and overtake the whole garden. And I feel like that's what we doing. I gotta ask the question, and I think I'm gonna ask this shit every goddamn episode. Why aren't we impeaching this nigga yet?
Hey, I don't know, cause I done swear he done broke like at least 30 million different, things that I promise a president not supposed to be able to do. The checks and the balances ain't checking and balancing.
Yeah. There are no checks. So what he did before he started doing all this shit, he got rid of the checks.
And so it ain't no balance.
Yeah, man. I wanted to have some jokes for y'all, man. But sometimes you gotta say some. Sometimes you just gotta take the time and have a serious fucking conversation. You know what I mean? We do joke and laugh and have a good time here. We want this to be a place where people can come here. Everybody, man. We don't exclude anybody from coming. Hell, I don't like Trump, but I ain't never said, if you're trying to watch my you know what I'm saying. So it's that, and I think that's the difference. Some of us realize that it's okay for you not to live how I want to live. Bitch, it's my life, and you the main character in your story. You know what I'm saying? So if a person's doing something different from you, that's okay. Don't you got enough of your life to focus on? Right? But then, but it bothers people. It bothers some people so much, but others do, that they got to stop their life and make sure that their life continues to be held. Yo, y'all, man, spread love, man. So when I was growing up, when we played, when we roll people, yeah, you might ride somebody, but normally you fuck with that person.
Right.
It was love. You know what I'm saying? It was a rite of passage, man. And sometimes you get too personal, nigga get mad, they get butthurt, but a week later, y'all, you wouldn't even remember that shit was said.
Don't say the wrong thing now, because somebody gonna come back and shoot up the spot.
Yeah.
Yo.
But here go the other thing too. And this is what I was gonna tell y'all to play earlier. I don't know if y'all realize, but this shit, they've been edging this shit. They've been edging us closer and closer to this shit than y'all realize. I don't know if y'all know, but about a year and a half ago, they started making it legal to just carry a weapon without a concealed weapons permit if you were over the age of 21. And
Yeah, they need to pass
some
laws
people
on
thought it was gonna be awesome. Let me explain something. Well, let me explain why that's a problem today. Okay. So let's say you at the riot. Now let's say you at the protest, right? You stick your hand in your pocket. You get shot. 'Cause I didn't know what was in your pocket. You're already here. They're getting violent. You get shot. If they slaughter a whole gang of people, you're feared for the life. And you know what? It's highly probable that you might have a weapon on you. And if you weren't, oh well. I'm not saying somebody would do this, but if they find a weapon on you, who's to say it wasn't yours?
It's happened. They plant evidence all the time.
And it just made it easier. And all I'm saying is, y'all be smart out here, man. Y'all be smart. At one time, this government was for its people. Now I'm not really so sure.
Ain't nothing to be sure about, my boy. They
You know what I'm saying? So,
it's for a certain type of people, and that's it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, y'all. So y'all be safe out there, man. If you got loved ones, man. This again goes back to what I was talking about. Uh, Spreading positivity with the people that's in your circle. Tell them that you're proud of them, giving them encouragement, speaking life into them, letting them know that you're proud of them, that you see them doing great. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Life is hard for everybody, and I know sometimes people make it look like they're not struggling, but they're just good actors. Everybody's promised problems.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And some people have toughed them out so strong and so long that they know how to they gotta know how to put on a good front. Sometimes they can put it on right until they get inside the inside of their door and then they break down. So while you can, don't assume that they know how you feel about them. Tell them, man. Take the time, man. Tell them. Tell them. And don't give a fuck about what other people saying, man. Like, cause some niggas would be like, I ain't gonna say that. That shit gay. Niggas gonna blah, blah, blah. Bro, that's a low level thinking. Because if you really on your shit, who gives a fuck what niggas who ain't got shit going on got to say about you?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Are you a leader or a fucking follower? How you know you doing that ain't gonna lead your group to be a better group, a closer group? How you know that you open that door and giving that encouraging word won't provide passage for that person to tell you, you know what, man, I ain't had nobody to talk to, but you know, man, I got to get this shit off my chest. You don't
say that
know.
person life. You could have saved that person life.
Facts.
And all it takes is empathy. Just put yourself in that person's situation and think about how would you feel. And honestly, that's not the hardest shit to do. And if you can't do that, it's because you don't want to do that. And I ain't saying to go up to them and tell them I know how you feel, because truth be told is you might think you know how a person feel, but you probably don't. You don't have all the conditions that they got going on their back. You don't have all that pressure. You have a moment in time where they're expressing something to you, and all they ask you to do is to be human. So just do that shit, man. I ain't here to preach on y'all, man. I don't know. Back in the day when I thought about OGs, it was because these are people who was giving you game, man, and shit that was gonna straighten your life. Nowadays, we just throw around the term OGs, and half of these niggas ain't leading nobody to nothing but prison. So it's like we gotta come on, man. We gotta do better than this shit, man. Like we as adults, we who are cognitive, we who understand what I'm saying, we gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. If you got that homie who just never got right, take the time, man. Figure out what bro ain't got it going on, and man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't know better. Maybe ain't nobody took the time to show him better, and he been hanging around y'all because he see promise in what y'all got, and he would like to have what y'all got, but he don't know the way. And if this your boy, show him. If this your girl, you know what I'm saying? If this your, you know, for women, if this your bitch or whatever the fuck y'all call each other, like, show him the way. You know what I'm saying? And yes, some people be like, oh, I did that, but people always come back and bite me in the ass. Bro, listen, you can only give because you can afford to give. And guess what? You a real nigga. You'll get past that shit. I'm sure you have. I'm not saying it like you're supposed to just be openly be abused. What I'm saying is you might have a story about what that person did to you, but I'm sure you came up too. Not from that person. I'm talking about since that situation.
Facts.
So come on, man. Let's do better. It don't take much. You ain't got to tell me you're gonna do it in a lot of my face. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself you deserve better. You deserve to operate on a higher frequency. You deserve to have better people around you. You deserve to have better situations around you. You deserve to make an impact in others' lives. You deserve to be remembered. Your legacy don't have to be behind evil or hate. Your legacy can be that you encourage those around you. Your legacy can be that you had your hands in those who are working on that betters y'all community. Okay, that's very possible things that you could do, and it don't take much.
Leah's back.
I'm sorry. Yeah. We actually about to close out. Yo, I got a ton of videos and shit that I was gonna show y'all. I just had it in my heart, man, to get that shit off because I'm watching this shit, y'all, and it's sad, bro. I don't even want to fucking be on social media anymore.
Yeah, I
Sometimes
seen
people
you.
really
I seen
discuss.
you posting a
Yeah,
lot about a lot of stuff. I was just like, I got a feeling. I was like, I had a feeling tonight's show gonna be a little different.
yeah, man.
It's needed though, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta talk about some real shit.
No,
Yeah,
that's right. A
that
lot of people
shit.
lost for real. Like real talk. A lot of people are lost.
So
Literally
so
just
many people are so caught up in what they got going on, they don't take a minute to see what's going on in the world, you know, and they're not gonna show on the TV what the real deal of what's going on. So, you know, I appreciate Matt coming on here and voicing his shit because at the end of the day, he goes through a lot of shit too with everything that's going on, and with him being in Texas, yeah, that shit is right there at your doorstep.
They got the National Guard in Austin already for Saturday.
Yeah.
A National fucking Guard
And the Marines got deployed too.
on America's people. The services
Yeah.
that are created to
And
protect us are now being used against us.
yep, and what's crazy is like it's a celebration of the military's 250th year anniversary, but Trump just using that shit as a fucking birthday party scheme and to piss people off.
Man, that nigga know what he doing, y'all. Hey, listen, man. I appreciate everybody who rock with us. Y'all know it's that time. I'm gonna let everybody do their exits. I talked a lot. I appreciate y'all. Please, if you see this, get in the comments. Let us know how you feel about the situation. We can have a discussion. Hey, and I'm gonna say this shit once. Don't get disrespectful in the comments. It's okay for everybody to not agree on things, but let's just try to keep it respectable. If anything, like you know what I'm saying, wherever you're watching this, if you get in the comments, hey, listen, some people not gonna always agree with you, and that's fine. That don't mean y'all got to start a motherfucking war in the comment section, okay? It's okay to disagree. You can just keep going about your day. You know what I'm saying?
We got enough
Try to
riots and,
stay,
and shit going
yeah,
on. We don't need any more here.
state what you're gonna state and let it be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Lonnie go first. Leah with I saw your son, Wiz Khalifa's son. That nigga burning. I'm gonna let Marley go, Maul, and then me. Here we go.
y'all.
I'm trying to get it in. Here we go.
Yo, it's your boy Lonnie Mays tapping in on another week of the High Council. We had to talk about some real shit tonight. And, just be mindful out here. People weird, people reckless. Just don't be stupid. Just try not to be part of the stupid clan and stay safe out here. More new music on the way, all that good old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram, SB_Lonnie. Tap in with the music on all platforms. Lonnie Mays, LANIMAYS. See y'all next week.
Appreciate you. All right, Leo. Here we go.
All right, y'all. You know who it is, Leah Star. Make sure you guys tune in next week. I started another round of IVF in July, and then after that, I'm pretty much gonna be open for like bookings, like for bartending and things like that. So you guys can hit me up. Other than that, yeah, man, stay safe. It is your right to, voice your opinions and protest, but just be real safe. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'll see you guys next week.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Marley.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for for coming in tonight again. Sorry for being late. I had some little issues with the car and whatnot, but
I feel you, my boy.
nonetheless, the show was important. The show was needed because if we all wasn't thinking it, it was being said. It got said tonight. So again, we're here every Thursday, 7:30. Please, no rude comments, anything like that. Just it's cool to express yourself. Cause I actually want to read the comments too. Cause I had a lot. I had several different conversations with homies and stuff like that off stream about this same stuff. So I actually want to see what like other people think about these situations going on as well. And also before we go, don't forget the clubs are now going to be aged 25 and up, and no more 21 and up. So good luck.
Oh damn, I didn't even know that. What's that out in your area? That's period.
Everywhere. It's going to be a law.
Because they think 25-year-olds know how to act. They probably right. They probably got shit to lose at 25.
There's another law I want to talk about too, but we'll talk about that next week.
Okay, my bad, damn. We ran out of time.
It's 80
Write
of
it
them.
down because I do want to talk about it. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Hey, look, man, that shit was getting on me, dog. But for real, right now, what's up?
It's all good, my brother. It's all good. Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Hey, spread love. Don't spread hate. Everybody that's going out there to do their thing and, do a peaceful protest, man. Y'all be safe. I'm praying for y'all. But yeah, I understand y'all standing up for what y'all feel is right and what is right. So I appreciate you and your sacrifices that you're making. Y'all be blessed out here. Follow me on all social media platforms and y'all stay safe out here. Peace.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. Look, hey, like I said in the beginning, I'm passionate. One thing about me, if I'm for you, I'm for you. I ride with you whenever. I'm one of the ones that you can call, and I am coming. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy for people to be like, oh yeah, I'll do this or I'll do that. Well, people are talking, they don't cost shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what I look at is I am very empathetic. What I mean by that is I look at people and I say, in that situation, how would I like to be treated? Some of y'all know about a golden rule, right? So at the end of the day, just remember you're human. That's all I'm gonna say. For Mr. No Offense, I crack the most jokes up here. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of shit. But bro, when I see something, I'm gonna say something. And that shit to me, honestly, we are better than this shit. I believe that as a human race. Now it's just time to act like that shit. So like always, as always, I tell y'all, the way in the world to change where you could be the one to change the world. Just others like you. You know what I'm saying? For real. I've been Mr. No Offense. This has been High Counsel. You guys have been amazing. I'll catch you next time. Be blessed. Peace.